Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. It seems as though things may be getting really troublesome for Diddy, and his end may very well be close. You know how people have been tossing around kids about him winding up in jail in light of that large number of claims. Well, it's not seeming to be a joke any longer. Country security really struck two of his homes in association with sex TFK charges, and to finish it off, his children Christian and Justin got confined too. The web typically went into complete implosion mode over this, and you realize who needed to fan the fire. As a matter of fact, 50 Cent that man has been tenacious with his editorial on Diddy's hardships. Like each time something terrible happens to Diddy, 50 Cent is not too far off with his opinion. At any rate, moving along, we should unload what is going on. You're telling me we gotta kick in. He resembles you. For what reason don't we like go out on the town to shop? Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were looked through on Monday, since he is an objective of a government examination done by a division of Country Security Group that handles human TFK violations, as per senior government policing informed on the examination. The test is being driven by the U.S. lawyer for the southern locale of New York and done by the branch of Country Security Examinations Transnational Coordinated Wrongdoing Division, the authority told CNN. The examination comes from a significant number of similar claims put forward by a few common claims recorded in New York against comms, with charges of C incorporating one documented in December in government court that likewise included charges of sex as per a second policing acquaintance with. Monday's Quest's Combs has recently denied those charges vigorously. Groups of HSI specialists looked through comms homes, some riding in shielded vehicles to some extent since specialists accepted comms utilizes private security at every one of his home. Specialists were approved to look for records, telephones, CCs, and other electronic gadgets that hold information or recordings. HSI in New York says it executed policing as a feature of a continuous examination in participation with neighborhood policing HSI units in Los Angeles, what's more, Miami, and would give additional data as it opens up. Comms delegates have not returned CNN demand for input on the hunts. Currently, individuals were saying that had Diddy escaped his chateau, and when the specialists showed up, they didn't track down him yet. They kept his two children, Christian and Justin, which certain individuals tracked down. Truly miserable that Diddy just left his kids hanging like that. Christine, one of the many inquiries today is where was Show Daddy Combs while these assaults were being completed at his homes? I mean, his kids might have been in serious peril since. Supposing that you have much familiarity with country security. They don't play. I mean, they appear there with their and tanks. It's exceptionally scary, and they will assault assuming they feel there's a sprinkle of a danger. So people were justifiably stunned that Diddy would leave his children possibly at risk like that. There were even murmurs that he flew off to some confidential island with specialists hot on his tail. However, it turns out he wasn't on that stream by any means. As a matter of fact, he was spotted pacing outside Miami Air Terminal. I suppose you can't help thinking about what will occur next, Diddy, so certain individuals think he was attempting to lose them by concocting a slippery arrangement to leave town without a follow. Normally, 50 Cent is known as a long-lasting savage. When it comes to anything Diddy-related, he burned through no time in getting on Instagram and joking his enemy. Wrote in a now-erased Instagram post the federal authorities, and every one of the lodgings, damn they got the children, in binds. In one more post, 50 Cent said it was basically impossible that Diddy was returning from this currently. It's not Diddy do, it's Diddy done 50 composed. They don't come like that, except if they got a case beside other than 50 Cent. The entire web was humming with gab about the entire circumstance. One client said, took care of, has a 95% conviction rate when they at your home kind. Lie, except they definitely understand what they searching for. He going to jail, while someone else said purchasing a house in your girl's name, where you others little girls was surely a decision. Now to completely comprehend the reason why Diddy's homes got struck, we should investigate every one of the cases against him. Getting going with the popular Cassie case. On November 16, 2023, Cassie recorded a claim, letting the cat out of the bag about 10 years of claimed savagery during her relations. Hip with Diddy. C. Diddy Combs, the rapper MOG, is blamed for years of maltreatment in another claim recorded by R&B vocalist Cassie, portraying the music magnate as a horrible, brutal, and controlling man, saying she was caught and held somewhere near brushes. She's currently suing him for maltreatment in another claim, recorded by R&B vocalist Cassie, portraying the music magnate as a horrible, brutal, and controlling man, saying she was caught and held somewhere near brushes. She's currently suing him for maltreatment in another claim recorded by R&B vocalist Cassie, portraying the music magnate as a horrible, brutal, and controlling man, saying she was caught and held somewhere near brushes. She's currently suing him for maltreatment in another claim recorded by R&B vocalist Cassie, portraying the music magnate as a horrible, brutal, and controlling man, saying she was caught and held somewhere near brushes. She's currently suing him for what she says occurred during what she's calling misuse. The claim laid out a brutal picture, guaranteeing Diddy phrased and AD Cassie when she was 19 and he was 37. It likewise spilled insights concerning the substance purportedly moved by Diddy, wrecking Cassie's life. As per the claim, Diddy was managing everything in Cassie's life, from her funds to diving into her clinical records. Cassie spilled that an X-ray showed cognitive decline, putting it on Diddy's actual hostility and the pills he pushed her to take, particularly heaps of pain relievers. Back in 2016, Cassie attempted to cut attachments with Diddy, and things got totally crazy. The police needed to step in, but she didn't press charges since she was really frightened of Diddy's capricious nature. After their tea battles, he attempted to streamline things by giving her extravagant gifts. However, the injuries to Cassie recounted something entirely different. He wound up concealing her. In tea battles, he attempted to streamline things by giving her extravagant gifts. However, the injuries to Cassie recounted something entirely different. He wound up concealing her away in lodgings for recuperation. Diddy was additionally blamed for involving Cassie in a few genuinely wrecked ways in any event, getting her associated with other males. Obviously, he got a debilitated rush out of watching her, with the circumstance arrived at another level, with Cassie participating in unequivocal exercises, marked as oddity offs for cash, and get this he probably recorded it all not understandably, but rather to hold Cassie in line, taking steps to uncover her on the off chance that she attempted to make a legitimate move. Getting away from this insane circumstance was no stroll in the park for Cassie. Diddy, depicted as a power, utilized his associations to cut her off from loved ones, imparting dread for her well-being in 2018. He's even blamed for bursting into her condo and constraining her into non-consensual demonstrations, even after Cassie made do to get away from Diddy's conduct, which remained nuts, with him attempting to watch everything she might do. And when you figured Diddy couldn't get a break, he hit with additional serious allegations. An anonymous lady just dropped a claim guaranteeing that back in 1990, or 1991, Diddy and R&B vocalist Aaron Lobby AD her and her companion at Lobby's place. She and her companion probably met Diddy in corridor at a messy occasion. Things got crude, with the folks getting coquettish, and handsy post occasion. Diddy and Lobby welcomed them to an all-nighter at Lobby's cushion. As per the claim, Jane Doe was constrained into sex with Diddy, and afterward corridor supposedly constrained her companion into it. Then, at that point, days after the fact, Diddy probably appears at Jane Doe's place, flies off the handle, and purportedly odd and stifles her until she passes out. Why the claim claims he was concerned the companion would let the cat out of the bag to the young lady he was with at the time. Then another claim hits him. This time, the supposed casualty was only 17 and in 11th grade. When she says Diddy, his terrible kid president Harve Pierre, and some anonymous third individual did some height stuff to her serious trigger admonition stuff, the claim pours out upsetting subtleties of a supposed 2003 assault in Diddy's studio. The lady claims she met Harve Pierre in a Detroit parlor, got up, and afterward, things took a dull turn in the studio in New Jersey, shipping a minor across state lines sort of circumstance. Shades of R. Kelly energies. Jane Doe claims she was chilling at a parlor in Detroit with a companion, like 20 years prior, when Harve Pierre detected her beginnings, toss praise about her looks, and gloats about being BFs with brushes. Then he tells her Diddy couldn't want anything more than to meet her call. Brushes are not too far off, and the music Big Cheese by and by welcomes her on an unconstrained outing to New York on a personal luxury plane. As per the claim, that personal luxury plane ride took the youngster to Teterboro Air Terminal in New Jersey. From that point, they bounced into SUV, with Pierre and another secret fellow going to the studio, where Diddy was doing his thing with some craftsman. The legitimate dog caught by Drifter even has variety pics, probably from inside Daddy's home recording studio that evening, and one of them shows the youngster sitting on Diddy's lap. The case is they continued to utilize her with a lot of liquor and stuff, while Diddy, Pierre, and the third wouldn't ease up with the advances, continually getting handsy with her. Things take dim turn in the claim as The high schooler gets increasingly more squandered everything, begins to get murky purportedly. Diddy takes her to a washroom, peels off her skirt and underwear, and well, you realize the claim document. Ted in the southern region of New York says she didn't consent to any of it, yet Diddy simply continues onward. At one point, he obviously turns her around, advises her to crush his pinches to assist him with completing, then returns to doing his thing. Miss Doe didn't agree to having sex with Mr. Brushes, yet he kept pushing. Eventually, Mr. Brushes turned Miss Doe around to confront him, told her that he couldn't hear his words, and requested that she press his pinches as hard as possible to assist him with getting off. He then, at that point, headed straight back and proceeded to rearrange her. The claim affirms that the adolescent is somewhat blurring in and out, and when she subscribe She Spice for more videos.